name is aku bro. I come from Singkawang and I went to the final assignment in English given by my lecturer. In this video I will discuss the importance of learning English, the importance of mastering TOEFL and verbs. The first is the importance of learning English. English is very important because it becomes an international language so that we can mingle when we are meeting tourists and are easily expected by the world when we have the skills and opportunities to get higher jobs and many others. The second is the importance of mastering the TOEFL test, which is as a guarantee that we have a guarantee that our English skills are a guarantee that we can do academic tasks such as essays and speech skills. Besides that, the TOEFL test is also offensive for studying in other countries where English is used in the learning process, and if we master the TOEFL test, then we can use good English. English and TOEFL are the most necessary things in our lives because with us being able to master English and TOEFL, it will help us in the world of work. Because in a world where competition is increasingly high, it will be very difficult for those of us who don't master English and TOEFL. By being able to master English, we will have our own advantages and we will be able to compete even more with other people. With us being able to master TOEFL and in lecture we get high scores, I will help us in the world of work, and we can also work abroad, which of course will have high income. Also in that job business that we can speak English well, then it will give our own pride. We can also continue to higher education, and by being able to speak English, it will be easier to communicate with other people, especially Westerners. English will also make us more confident or increase our confidence. By being able to speak English, it will make our academic values are getting higher, can adapt to new environments, can make it easier for us to get along, can improve our abilities, and can increase our concentration. Besides that, we can also get many jobs, both at home and abroad, and of course in position high enough. Next, I will explain about verbs. The verb itself can be interpreted as one of the main parts of a sentence or question in English. A verb is a word that has a function as a word that shows the action taken by the subject, or can also indicate a situation. But there are also non-acting verbs such as be, belong, exist, and seem. Verbs in English sometimes change. The verb itself consists of several types, such as regular verbs. Regular verbs are verbs that form their past participles with D or id. Regular verbs. This verb does not undergo a substantial change when changing forms between tense. If the verb ends is a verb, just add it, and if the verb ends with a consonant, it is added. Next is irregular verbs. Irregular verbs that form their past participle with regular d or ed verbs. This verb does not undergo a substantial change when change forms between tense. Irregular verbs are irregular verbs, which are verbs that we cannot predict their change. And the last one is the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is a verb that appears before the main verb in a tense to modify the meaning of the main verb. Unlike main verbs do not have their own meaning, these auxiliary verbs consist of primary be, do, have, and a modal auxiliary verb can called may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, and hereinafter is the action verb. Action verb is a verb in notifying that there is a subject or someone is taking an action for or action. Besides that, it also describes a certain event or incident. The process text of this type of verb include activities, process, and their temporal nature. And finite verb. Finite verb is the main verb in the English writing convention. Auxiliary verb does not change its form at all or cannot be changed with the addition of the suffix ing. The most important thing when asking this type of verb is for the present tense and the past tense. Those are some explanations of the verb matter that I can explain. Actually, the verb itself still has many types, but I only take a few types of verbs. And for friends who are teaching English, we do not think that learning English is difficult, but in teaching English it must be considered easy, because by teaching English we will know our future and we will be able to find it easier to learn English, getting a job, and it will be easier to enter university abroad. There are many promising jobs for those of us who can master English, because English is the language most widely used and is an international language. That's all I can explain in my video to complete my English achievement. Hopefully it can be understood by my friends, and for my critics and suggestions invite me until here. I will surprise. Assalamualaikum and see you later.